Hey guys, it's Zephyros here. I'm here to pause the video for a sec to remind you all that the boys forgot to introduce themselves. So here we are introducing ourselves from the end of the video, but this time it's in front. Enjoy.
Yeah. Hi, I am SZL, and Mr. Sunny Liu, Mr. SZL. You can call me whatever you want. I don't care.
I'm Jack Moriyama. My Twitch is twitch.tv/ProDisGold.
Z.
Hi, my name is Zephyros.
That's a Z to the
Z to the E to the F to the R to the O to the S. That's right.
yeah.
I'm here in this in God's country.
Yeah.
A weak ass clap, bro. Weak ass, but that'll do.
No, you got a good transient.
All right, guys, welcome to our new and improved The Unholy Trinity Through the Lens show.
Do I have to point out the elephant in the house?
Who are you calling an elephant?
Yeah, that's a bit, dude. That's a controversial, mate.
Bit racist, mate. I'm sorry.
Nah, bro, just talk about your big ears and your long snout.
If you want to talk about big ears, I'll take off my headphones right now. I have big ears.
Well, audience, glad your ears are tuned into this podcast / review amalgamation that we do.
Yes.
That's right. We're going on Spotify, so make sure to find us there
Yes.
under the
Yes.
Unholy Trinity.
Yes.
Are we
Name.
actually going to Spotify?
I mean,
Hopefully.
Probably. Okay,
Soon.
sure.
if you
You
like,
know.
and if this video hits 10,000 likes, maybe we'll go on Spotify.
I mean, I guess that's where the direction of the channel is probably going to end up.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. This is more an interesting step of us sort of making our way into the more of the podcasting sort of vibe instead of just straight reviews, because we're doing, as you probably see in the title, more of a like what we missed, covering the last 3 months of film media, TV content. And yeah, perhaps we should discuss what's going on here, you know? What's going on here?
Well, we definitely missed you guys, our audience. That's right.
Oh, very smooth, mate, very smooth.
It's been 3 months. They deserve
been fucking-
they deserve
yeah.
an apology. I'm sorry.
We would like to apologize for our lack of content and videos for the past 3 months. But then again, we are not sorry.
We take no accountability. In fact, we'd like to say you should be thanking us because now we're here. I was going to say live and in person, but we're not live to you guys.
Live in the
But we're in
studio.
person with
But
each
we're
other.
in person with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as we were saying, Dio's back in Australia.
Yes, I spent a lot of money to be smuggled in here once again. All for you guys, all for this show.
Yeah.
So you better
All
be
for the show,
thankful.
baby.
And that's why, you know, our weekly show budget like went down and we actually couldn't do any videos because we had to use all of our money to get him into the country. We have an absolutely great show prepared for you.
Do we now?
Sort of loosely prepared.
Loosely.
As in like 5 minutes prior to this recording, I kind of got a list of stuff we'll talk about.
Hey, that's the way we do it around here, baby.
Anything else to add, guys, or do you want to just get started?
1 + 1 is 2.
All right, that's some quick maths for you guys. And let's just start talking about some movies over the past 3 months that we've missed. And I'm going to just go ahead and start with, this will be a quick one, the film X, which was this is like a suggestion to you, the words, the boy. This is a suggestion to the boys,
The unholy
as well as
boys.
to our audience. Yeah, the movie X, which is Ty West. I was going to say latest horror film, but it's not, because the prequel for the movie X, Pearl, is actually coming out this month. So probably check this out before that one comes out. Maybe, yeah. It's a interesting horror movie about a group of friends, one including Kid Cudi. They go out to shoot a adult film in like a rural area, and
Like
then
all the
slasher
films
stuff
do.
happens. Yeah, and it's well made. Not that scary, but like spooky enough with some nice effects and stuff. And the story is actually pretty nice, and there's a lot of cool metaphors in there.
Yep.
And from early reviews, Pearl's apparently good too.
Hmm.
and that builds builds upon the character from the movie X, which I won't get into like spoilers for that because chances are you probably haven't seen that movie, which is why I'm just putting that towards you because then you can check out Pearl when that comes out.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard lots of things about plenty of people, including Jack and his friends that watched X with him.
Yeah.
How many times did you watch X?
I watched it once.
Once?
Yeah.
Okay. I was under the assumption that you watched it more than once for some reason.
You might be thinking of what's coming up for the next movie.
The next movie. That's what I was thinking of then. But yeah, no. I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Have I had?
It was great because I kidnapped Nelson and Carden to take them to the movie, not tell them what we were watching. I knew a little bit about the movie from what people were saying online, and it was just a total shock to them, especially Carden, who like can't stand horror movies.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, Carden, my apologies, but also like we're definitely seeing the prequel together, so I take back that apology. Yeah. All right, and speaking of what Sunny was saying about watching a movie multiple times,
yeah.
the next on our list is Everything Everywhere All at Once, which we may have brushed upon in the last review, but I'm not quite sure. But just in case, yeah. The extended edition, if you can really call it that, doesn't add anything new, but it's like got bonus footage at the end, like a blooper reel and an introduction at the start. That is in theaters, I think, still currently, at least as of recording. And I know, Dia, you've definitely seen this one.
Yes. Funny thing about my viewing of this movie is I got a cut version where they cut all the kissing scenes between two female characters because that is haram, bro. Can't watch that.
Yeah.
Yes.
For some context, where did you watch it?
In the old country.
Yeah. Back in Indonesia. Which is kind of weird because that's like integral to the character of the daughter.
Yeah.
And her mother coming to like accept that, which is funny because your government couldn't accept that. So
Yes. But I
The
think
government is my mother.
they
yeah.
also add Buzz Lightyear for some reason.
But they would have edited the cut version, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Because there is a edited
What's the
version
cut
of that, yeah.
version? Oh.
There always is with because if you want to do a world release,
Yeah.
especially like it's mainly China because they have a huge audience of movie watchers there, but
Yeah.
also their views aren't necessarily that progressive. So yeah, they usually air cut
It's on
versions of
Mao.
stuff, which kind of sucks. Like I don't know. I guess studios kind of have to like
Compromise for money.
yeah, which is it brings the whole thing of artistic like integrity, yeah. And you're like, well, should you really compromise? And like, if more movies compromise, maybe no, if more movies like refuse to compromise, then maybe the government would compromise a little bit because, say, like if Marvel movies and stuff started like, what was a recent one? Fuck,
That had it was
Multiverse of Madness and Love and Thunder.
Hmm.
Both of them had LGBTQ representation in those, and there's stuff that might have been definitely. I think I can think of Love and Thunder would have, yeah, and Doctor Strange also I think had an edited version. So it's like I don't know if the big movie studios just refuse to. Maybe I don't know. Maybe something interesting would happen, but I don't know. But at the same time, they risk losing a lot of money that way.
Because the Chinese audience, I think there's also a cap as to how many so-called Western movies that the Chinese government can actually allow to be aired in China.
That's true, yeah.
There is also, well, as we've already said, they will watch the movies and then they will determine what has to be blocked before it comes into the country. You lose the potential of however much viewers you're going to get in China, which is
usually quite big, especially for like Disney stuff, Marvel,
especially
all of that stuff. Yeah,
if the Chinese marketing team figures their shit out, which they normally always do, and appeal it to a Chinese audience. Which, funnily enough, now that I think about it, the Chinese government has at times been a marketing branch for Marvel. At times, with coming up with appropriate things to fit the Chinese views. It's funny, yeah.
But anyway, just talking back on the actual movie, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yes.
I recommend it to like kind of anyone because it touches upon like just lots of different areas of one's life, let's say, and like it's very powerful. And I think everyone will find something to relate to in it.
Yeah.
And it's really funny and like absolutely wacky. It's like everything that Doctor Strange could have been but wasn't. Yeah. Not that I hate that movie or anything, but like it's
it's a bit Doctor Strange.
yeah, but it came out before Doctor Strange, so
Yeah.
yeah. So good movie. Recommend everyone to see it while you guys still can, in theaters preferably, because they do a lot of things that you could only do in theaters in the movie. Speaking of things that are probably best viewed in theaters, I'm gonna hand over this one to Mr. Sunday to talk about Top Gun Maverick.
I watched that too.
It's a movie. I don't know. I watched it when it was just like, I just watched it and it was like, it's appealing to all the nostalgia of the original Top Gun movie. And then that was basically just my views about it, because I didn't watch the original. Don't crucify me, viewers. I didn't watch the original. I'm sorry. This is the second apology of the video. I wonder how much more there's going to be. I just, yeah. It's an alright movie, I would say.
What about you, dear?
Quite enjoyed it, but not to the extent which I enjoyed the first movie. But Sunny's correct in saying it's very much a nostalgia bait movie of like, referencing the old movie for your generations past. Your boomers who like Tom Cruise.
And finishing with also a feel-good ending.
It's very much the classic like 80s to 90s action movie formula.
Yeah.
Would you say it's like a crowd pleaser, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but in a sense it's a good thing because no movies do that anymore.
No, I don't.
Well,
I mean, no, not
I think the
really.
reason they...
I'd say it's like a classic blockbuster.
Yeah, it's a classic blockbuster. Like newer blockbusters are just like, oh yeah, you fight the alien.
I think we got to return to blockbusters with like Marvel, like at the end of Phase 3 sort of stuff is when.
But they're
'Cause,
not
like,
as
ideally-
cool as Tom Cruise, dude.
Yeah, but I'd say like in terms of a crowd please. Well, yeah, Tom Cruise has been doing like blockbusters. That's all he does, bro. Every
Yes.
Tom Cruise movie is a fucking.
But
Like
this
the
is
Mission
a
Impossible
specific
movies, mate.
throwback to that one movie that never got a sequel. You know,
Sure. Yeah.
so it's a very much a throwback to a time where
Yeah.
things were better, or maybe worse because Reagan. But it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is how it is now. Top
You
Gun Maverick was a
recommend?
movie. I mean,
I recommend the watch, but I recommend you watch the first
Yeah.
movie first.
absolutely.
Then you can see how Tom Cruise banged his teacher twice.
Is that spoilers, bro?
It's essential information you should know.
Damn. What
True
a
that.
generation, bro.
Girls' Generation. What?
All right. So let's go on to the next one. For better or worse, the next film that we'll talk about is Thor: Love and Thunder, which Dio and I watched.
I didn't watch.
Yeah. So this goes to you as well, Sonny. What do we think? What are our thoughts?
I didn't watch.
Oh no, this is we're talking.
But we're about to mansplain.
I thought
Yeah,
you
I'll
said I'll
mansplain it
hand
to
it
you.
off to you.
No, I said yeah. No.
Cool. Yeah, gotcha. I'm being dumb.
What's that thought?
It should have exposed Thor even further, if you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
I think it was.
Emotionally and physically.
It was. I don't know. I don't want to know if it's average or a bit below average. Like it's. The visuals are pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah. I'd say there's a memorable black and white sequence, which is very nice. The humor is not really all there. It's like, it's okay. Like it's.
Cool. And funny.
Yeah. It's not really all that funny, I think. Like it's like 100 jokes a minute, but none of them really land. Didn't laugh that much. It's wacky, it's silly, but like in the way like it interferes with kind of the dark stuff of the story. It also brings me to an interesting issue I'd like to talk to you guys about, which is like directorial intent versus studio, where like if your studio is like, say, Marvel, they're like, oh, make a movie for me, Taika Waititi. You go ahead and adapt Gore the God Butcher, which is a very like violent story arc of Thor. And you do this like dark, edgy cut or whatever.
Right.
And obviously they're Marvel. They're going to allow you to get away with an MA rating or anything, which you would know that beforehand because like that's obvious. Like Disney's allowed to do that. Why would you just do that anyway and then end up with all of that stuff on the cutting room floor? And then like you're like, then you'd be like, oh, my movie was intended to be this way, but all the good stuff got cut out. But like you already knew that the movie was going to get all this stuff cut out because that's obvious, predetermined stuff. So it's like, I'm a little bit confused about what are the thoughts of these people behind the scenes. Which, like, to be honest, like, not to throw shade to Taika Waititi, but it is his fuck up. Like, he would have known that the movie couldn't be that dark because the movie's for children. Well, like, children, adults, but, like, general audiences. Yet, because the main criticism towards the movie is the God Butcher stuff isn't very well portrayed. Because half an hour of it ended on the cutting room floor because it was too dark, but like we all knew that was going to happen. So it's like you ruined your own movie, sort of thing. You know what I mean?
And they didn't learn the lesson from Venom, apparently, either. They made this mistake before. That's the whole thing about this. Is like they've made this mistake before and they've done it again.
Yeah. Like I think, especially with Venom 1, that could have been an absolute mistake. That they may have gotten away with an R rating, but that got denied. Venom 2 was a weird case because it was like, I mean, Venom 2 is definitely like less restricted. Like they kind of knew that they had an M rating, so they kind of worked around it a bit.
Yeah.
But this was just weird, bro. It's like, why you do? And also Taika has said he doesn't like director's cuts of anything. So like, which, yeah, that's also just completely off track, but I'm going to go on a little tangent here. Like, remember we reviewed Snyder Cut earlier this year?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that was last year. Yeah. And, like, that we all agreed that was a pretty good movie, right?
Yeah.
But it is 4 hours, so, like, obviously they're not going to show it in theaters. So, like, that's also, like, obviously the director knows not all of this footage is going to be used, yet is expected to make a 2-hour-long movie or whatever.
Right.
So it also comes down to the writers and directors having that knowledge of, you know, what a movie is and how long a theatrical, like the window of time, like, yeah.
Why can't they show a 4-hour movie in the theaters?
Because they literally don't have enough time to do that with the way that showings work. Because you got to start one after the next one. You know how
You do it double time.
you can't really. But like, there's also a good example of like Lord of the Rings. The theatrical cuts are really, really good. The extended cuts are even better. But like, it stands fine going into the theatrical cuts. Sorry.
Yes.
So like, I feel like modern movies have kind of lost that. And like, even I like in terms of artistic integrity, like that's all well and dandy, but like stay within the appropriate, like you already have guidelines, and like to go outside the guidelines and blame the studio. There's sometimes, don't get me wrong, studios cut things that are important, but in terms of things like time, and the Thor Love and Thunder case, which like very reasonable stuff the studio would ask you to cut. It's like, I don't know. Yeah.
Mr. Waititi is too ambitious, yet he wants to keep the Marvel money.
Yeah, he's too ambitious, but he also hates director's cuts, so he's not even that, like, I don't really, yeah. And I don't think Love and Thunder was very ambitious. It was pretty safe. Like, it was a by-the-numbers Marvel movie.
But he tried to go against the studio's will, which is the ambitious part.
Sure, but like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Love and Thunder. And like, okay, this is interesting enough for a Marvel movie because I'm a Marvel fan. I'd usually recommend see every Marvel movie basically. This one, like, I feel like you could probably skip because it doesn't really have any effect on the rest of the MCU.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Good to
so
know.
like that's also to you. Like honestly, you can skip it.
Yeah.
Like, even in like She-Hulk, which I've been watching, they have Ragnarok references, but not Love and Thunder references. So like, it seems like everyone kind of just wants to forget about Love and Thunder happened. So yeah,
Fair enough.
well, that's an interesting one.
I mean, we've kind of touched on it already.
Yeah.
She-Hulk, honestly, it's going to stay on the Marvel line.
Oh, I'm just gonna do movies and we'll go TV shows.
Okay.
So I'm just putting that all in. Yeah. But if we want to move on, the next movie I think is a bit of a change of pace. A movie that I think Dio and I actively enjoyed, and that was Bullet Train.
Yeah.
It's like Deadpool 2-esque humor, action. It's kind of like Deadpool 2, but as a
With
John Wick movie.
action,
But
heist thingy.
Yeah.
But there's no heist. It's like a...
Slight heist elements, but like
Yes.
more just action, straight action. But fuck, that was a good movie. I think an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Great performances from everyone. I do like myself some Brad Pitt, I will admit, and he is very charming in this movie.
I like him too.
I'd say worth seeing in theaters.
Yes.
I don't just not just on DVD or anything.
Looks good.
It's
Visual.
very visually impressive. Action is wonderful. Like it is the team behind the Deadpool 2.
Movie.
Yeah. Which are like actually stunt people turned directors, which is why the stunts look very good. The story is very weird and convoluted, but kind of comes together by the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the point.
Which is the point, yeah. I'd say like the only complaint that I have is some of the humor is a bit too Deadpool 2-y in the self-awareness. But like it's honestly fine. Like I don't really care that much.
It's
The
a
action
fun
looks
movie.
good. It's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't watch it.
Very
Just agreeing.
Tokyo.
Yes. We recommend it to Sunny.
Cool.
Yes.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have time to, but I'll watch it. In
Yeah.
my dreams.
The next movie, none of you guys watched, but I did. And that was the BTS Permission to Dance live on stage.
Well, you definitely have my permission.
Indeed, and I will be bookieing after this review.
Yeah.
It is a Disney Plus exclusive. Came out on Disney
yeah,
Plus Day.
okay, I remember this being on the ads now.
Yeah. It's just a straight concert. It's just an entire concert. There's no extra interviews or anything, which was a little bit disappointing. But if you just want to experience the concert in good quality, that is probably the way to go.
Just watch fan cam.
It was also a little bit emotional because, like, obviously BTS are on a hiatus at the moment, and it's
disbanding.
not disbanding. They say hiatus, but like,
That's just another word for
yeah,
disbanding.
low key. But like, they're so big that surely they'll get back, right?
Yeah, they have too many financial obligations.
And I'm
to
very
fulfill.
confused because they've been promoting like not really. They've been doing stuff together on Instagram and stuff. They recently did like this thing for the FIFA World Cup, where they perform one of their songs and stuff like that. But I don't know if it was just like recorded before the hiatus or not. So like, I'm not sure.
Mm.
And they also like not really recently did that song with Snoop Dogg that was post hiatus, but like that would have definitely been recorded beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just a side tangent. Can we talk about BTS for a moment? Like, bro, what happened this last year? It's just like they did a bunch of they did 3 English songs. With the between the first one, which was Dynamite, and the second one, they put out an album which was in mostly Korean. So that was like good. That was like their last good album. It was actually wasn't even that good. It was an okay album. It had like pretty good tracks that were like topical at the time. That was nice to see. But then they had the other English songs that were just like very mid, just like normal pop type things, bit throwbacky type. You can comment on that because you've listened to like Butter and
I
Permission
have
Dance. Right?
commented on those tracks. They're very much, catering towards a mass audience, which is the Western pop audience.
Are you familiar with? Yeah, are you familiar with Dynamite and Permission to Dance?
No.
You've probably listened to
I probably
Dynamite.
listened to Dynamite.
Yeah.
If you showed me it, I'd know it.
Yeah.
But not off
Also,
the top of my
just
head.
a fun fact: they're making a Dynamite Lego set,
Cool.
BTS.
and yes, I will.
How do you
be
make a
buying it.
Lego set of a song?
Like from the music video,
Right.
they're taking one of the snippets from
See, I
that.
said that and then I realized. But yeah. Cool.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, and then like this past year they put out one album and it wasn't like it had 3 original songs in it and just like a bunch of highlights from throughout their career. The third CD has a bunch of demos, but you can only get that if you buy the CD. So very absolutely mid-release, if not like kind of poor release at the end. And then they just decided to go on hiatus. I understand they were doing this big tour, which is the movie that I'm talking about, but like kind of disappointing. But hey, yeah, like I was saying, movie I'd recommend to Army out there. Though you probably have already seen it if you are Army. But yeah, it's a concert. Like that's all I can really comment about. Yeah, yeah. And on to like the last movie, I want to just give it. This is a quick shout out. I watched this Australian movie recently called Blaze, which is currently in theaters, I think. I thought it was fantastic. Absolutely great puppet work. It's a movie about essentially a vulnerable witnesses, particularly like a child saw a crime occur, and they kind of create like this puppet dragon to protect them. And it's lots of like interesting character development. It's kind of a coming of age story with lots of metaphors. It's like super artsy. So like, yeah. And it's Australian. They shot it in, I think, New South Wales, in Paddington. Yeah. So if you guys want a little bit of a Australian movie, it's very heavy content warning though. Like lots of stuff in there that might be traumatic. Yeah.
Trauma.
Good movie. Recommend. Are there any other movies you guys had in mind that you've watched that came out over the past 3 months?
Not at all.
Don't think
That goes to show my media consumption life.
All right.
that's a good thing. You're not a slave to content.
So what does that say about Jack?
He spends his free time watching movies.
Good for him. How
A
about him?
slave to Western media.
Okay.
Well,
But he also listens to K-pop,
yeah, I
A
literally
slave to Western
yeah.
and Eastern media.
which is so
Arguably the world I'm a slave to, bro.
yeah,
Aren't we all?
slave to capitalism. What are we also slave to your mum?
Yeah.
Moving on.
I like being a slave to your mum, if you know what I mean. Anyway,
When
let's
you say
talk-
it so
yeah.
black and white, you don't need to say it anymore, bro. Let's get
Yeah.
on to the TV shows, bro.
Let's talk about TV shows. I reckon we'll start off. Let's talk about The Boys season 3, because that's the oldest one, I think, to come out in the past 3 months. Dio and I watched it together, and like just straight up another banging season. Like they're 3 for 3, I reckon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just don't like Huey.
Oh, you don't like him?
Because
Yeah.
he's being a bitch all the time.
I mean,
But I guess that's part
but
of
he
his
has like a
character,
huge
you know?
character development this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he goes and gets superpowers and he starts like
But
killing
he's still
people,
a
bro.
bitch after that. So, like, you know, maybe, I don't know. It's a character development thing. Might turn out good, but we don't know yet.
Yeah, this season operates as a lot of mostly set up for season 4, but like it has some of the best moments in the entire series.
Mm.
There's an episode called Herogasm. Have you heard about this one, Sonny?
I've heard of it.
Big orgy, but like that wasn't actually the best part of the episode. The best part was like there's a big fight at the end and stuff.
Oh, and funny thing about this season is a lot of Homelander memes came out of that.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah, and like there's a growing audience of people definitely from a bit more of the far right side of the internet. They
They're
kind of
signaling
started claiming
us.
Homelander, you know? It's kind of like the people who relate to American Psycho dude.
Yeah, the Sigma
Yeah,
male.
you know
part.
the people who
Seriously?
there are people who say they relate to like these characters, but like don't understand what the intent
Unironically.
behind it. And then the creators have to put out things like, "Hey,
Guys.
he's a metaphor." And stuff. There was that recent thing with Starlight's actress like receiving a lot of like sexist comments and stuff, and then the creators had to literally put out like, "Don't be dickheads." Like,
He's not the real guy.
yeah. Well, like the actress is real,
The
but like,
actor's real,
yeah.
but like,
God damn. This is the
This
world
is
we
like,
live in.
it still surprises me. There are still a lot of people who don't understand that actors and characters are different. Like one of the big
Yes.
examples, which we'll probably comment more of, is the Kenobi thing. Yeah, that was a huge one. And you're like, are people like, I'm sorry, are people just fucking dumb?
Yes.
we live in a world.
You've answered your own question. Yes.
Bro, can't tell the difference. Yeah, that shit cray. That shit cray.
Cray. Holy
Actually, cray.
shit. What a world we live in.
Yeah,
How
But-
did we let it get so bad?
I don't know, dude.
See, it's because we're slaves to American elite.
We should just go back to back when movies were in black and white and silent, and
Yeah.
go back to banging rock.
All right, you can do that. In the
yeah,
meantime,
you
we
can
can
go
talk.
bang a rock. You know what I mean? Dwayne Johnson.
I'd bang.
Yeah.
Next.
Do I get a
Um,
nickel for every time you say, like, if you know what I mean?
Sure. You can keep a little counter. All right. Next thing, well, back on the internet hate train of sexism and weird stuff, bro, and that's Miss Marvel.
That ain't a train, bro. That is just the internet.
But the thing about Miss Marvel, this is in my opinion, is I didn't personally like the show, but not for the like really, I like for the same reasons that like people who have like brains didn't like the show, but like not for like any reasons of like, oh, it's a female protagonist and she's of color.
What?
Oh my god, diversity? Disney going woke?
Hmm.
By the way, the greatest argument to the Disney going woke thing is they made like very anti-Semitic like cartoons back in the early days of Disney, so it's like
They will
What?
from the
Yeah.
start. Yo.
it's not like Anyway, like my thing with Miss Marvel, like I can't really. I don't know if I should say to people watch it because like I think the first 3 episodes are fucking great. Like, and I know like a lot of people didn't like the first 3 episodes because like it's a kids show.
That's the episode that I watched.
The episodes you watched, like you would say that it is definitely much more catered to a high school audience, like probably actually younger high school audience.
Yes. Young, not young adults, young teens maybe.
But like I feel like for us, at least for me personally, when I watched it, I can recognize that, and I thought it did really well for what that was, a show for like younger teens. Because this one does have a PG rating rather than an M rating, so this is definitely catering to a younger audience.
Okay.
Do you have what are your thoughts of the first 3 episodes?
Don't remember them really, but if I had to remember them, it just felt like sort of coming of age stuff.
Yeah.
Mainly.
And then, in my opinion, it just goes downhill. Like, it immediately drops after that because they go on a whole side quest. And what I mean by side quest is they literally go for an entire 3-episode arc about her retrieving an item of clothing. That was actually the purpose of the arc. If you actually remember what happens at the end, she gets an item of clothing from the Red Dagger, and that becomes part of her. I get that it's meant to be more than that, and it's like her coming more into her roots and like her family history and stuff. But ultimately, in her quest to become Miss Marvel, that was just to get a piece of clothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
If I was just like staring blankly in one direction, was just like, I don't remember this. Now I remember. Yes. Okay.
And like, it kind of sucks because I really do like. I think the history is interesting.
Yeah.
And I actually had like no idea about the partition prior to watching this show. So like for all your crackers out there like me, I think that it could start a curiosity. I don't think like my problem is that part never invested me though, because it didn't have any of the characters that I grown attached to in the first 3 episodes. And by immediately going into a distant location, including a distant period of time, because there is time travel in this show, that makes absolutely no sense in relation to all of the endgame stuff.
Yeah.
But and I think the creators themselves don't even know what their time travel was. I think they put out some comments or something.
There's 100% like things with Marvel now where they recognize that they fucked up the time travel consistency, and they're not going to do anything to fix it.
Like, I'm fine with yeah, I was gonna say, like, Endgame, there was a lot of inconsistencies, but like I feel like I could kind of overlook it a bit by just going like that was a mistake, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
As part of like a big grand complicated thing, but this is just a completely different time travel. And yeah, I just couldn't really care about any of the characters in the flashbacks or anything, because they're just not the main characters now. And we didn't get 3 episodes prior establishing them, making them go away. Sorry, I'm very like
drink some water.
today,
Gassy. Oh, never mind. So because you had a soda and then you had a soda.
That's probably not a good idea. And then the finale was it was very mixed to me, because we came back to the characters that I loved, and that was great, because that's always a good sign for me. I think the tone for that really works, but it was just really rushed because we only got 1 episode of them together at the end.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it was, yeah. And then honestly, in my opinion, I would probably not watch it again, because you spend half of the entire series with an arc that I don't care about. And I'd like to an audience of people like coming to watch the show, I don't know if I can recommend them watch it if they have to sit through half that they probably won't care about either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there are the internet that are racist and hate that part because it's too cultural for them. You know?
See, I love that part about the show. It's very cultural.
Yeah.
I
feel like
it
that's
too.
a lot of the charm of it to me, and a lot of the reason why I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective from Marvel.
Yeah.
Different to sort of not too different, because they have done cultural things in the past, of which I've all enjoyed. But I think of all of them, this has been one of the more like in depth. Yeah. You learn history as well.
Yeah.
Like proper real world history that we wouldn't have explored otherwise.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, if not for this show. So
yeah,
it's an eye-opening one.
It's a good introduction to
and it feels like a good stepping off point for Marvel. They've done one thing right. They've done a few things right with this show, and if they can build upon this with better things,
I just wish that
better general
in
film
terms
and
of
movie
actual storytelling, I wish they didn't just go out of left field and completely take you out of the world that they're already in.
Marvel has everything they need to be successful. Now it's just a matter of putting it together.
Yeah. I'd also say the character of Miss Marvel is really intriguing. Like, good character. Very likable. Because she is us, in a way. She's the fans of Marvel. If she was a superhero, that's mainly her appeal. And the only character I can think she's similar to is Spider-Man in that way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least the MCU version of Spider-Man, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's more of a fan of like Iron Man and stuff. Yeah. And just like, because I said like I'm not really sure if I'd recommend it purely because the storytelling is a bit weird, but like, would you recommend this to?
I would just be like, if you want to watch it, go watch it, because I don't have an opinion anyway. In terms of storytelling, go listen to Jack. In terms of you're bored and you need something to watch, go watch Miss Marvel.
Yeah. I can't stress, I really like the first 3 episodes. Yeah. Like that's another issue. Like, what happened? They had a really unique style to the first episode with the way it was edited, and then it's gone completely halfway through, and it doesn't return.
Came back a few times, but not too much. Like, if they did it well in the first 3, then it wasn't memorable.
Like, it was throughout the entire first 3 episodes. I think they brought it back a couple of times when they were doing like she was hatching a plan, and I think they did some drawings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
But, like,
that was like
That was it, really.
because it became more of a more serious show at that point.
That doesn't really fit with the character.
No.
Yeah. Also, I've actually, fun fact, I kind of remembered a lot of the stuff because I read the comics a long time ago.
Yes.
And
I
then a lot of
remember.
it came back to me when I was watching it. Oh yeah, that was another thing. A lot of people hate the show because she's not an Inhuman. That was a really big thing. Like that was a lot of the internet was saying. As long as the racist stuff and the sexist stuff, but that was one of the main things. I'll say there is a really good reason she's not an Inhuman.
X-Men's not canon
So I
yet.
think the way they explain lore in it is very convoluted, like extremely convoluted, because they'll keep retconning it throughout, which is part of her finding out more of her family history, why they did the flashbacks as well.
Yep.
And I think it is a bit too unnecessarily convoluted because they kind of sum up what she is right at the end of the show in a very simple line. We're not doing spoilers, right?
No, it does.
I mean, we've been borderline straddling the fence
Yeah.
this entire time.
Yeah.
We could go either way.
Yeah, just in case because it's a relatively recent show, I'll leave it. Like, I think the way they handle what she is makes sense with what Marvel wants to do. And I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay. No Wolverine in the MC.
For now.
Yeah. Well, fun fact, I actually learned recently about like why they can't put Wolverine and stuff in the MCU because the actors still have a contract to Fox. So they have to wait till 2025 for those, because they can't use those characters until 2025 or something. Because the actors have a specific contract with those characters. Unless Disney does the big multiverse. That's why they can bring in Patrick Stewart as Professor X, because he has a contract with that character.
Yeah, cool.
Just bring what's his name? Mr. Jack.
Yeah,
Back.
that'd be nice.
I want to see him again.
All right, the next thing I want to talk about is something you guys haven't seen, but I'd like to recommend it, and that is Never Have I Ever Season 3. Now, I understand Dio is watching the show, so I'm going to avoid spoilers. But Season 3 is great. We're currently 3 for 3 of banging seasons for this show. Once again, extremely emotional, like the past 2 seasons. Just great writing. It's very funny, in my opinion at least, especially for a Netflix teen rom-com drama sitcom type thing. Just very good. Love what they do with the protagonist. There's lots of great character development, probably more than the past 2 seasons combined. Love what they do with their whole love triangle thing. And the ending is absolutely great. Fuck, like it left me emotionally broken, but like also very happy with the way it ended. And I think that's another great season of TV that I would recommend. Yeah.
Right.
Weird straight line though.
And speaking of rom-coms, I also like to touch on a bit of an older one that we never talked about, but Dio and I did watch Kaguya-sama, aka Lovers' War Season 3. Want to give some brief thoughts about that?
That was a recent season, you know?
I mean, not recent, is it the last 3 months? I think that's a little bit older.
It's a bit older than that, but you know, if y'all watched Kaguya-sama in its previous forms, then you know the formula.
But
Very
yeah.
Funny, rom-com, with a bit of fun, but now with extra plot points.
Yeah, I'd say the ending changes up the formula quite a bit, but not like too. It's very much a sitcom season finale where they slightly alter the status quo, but not enough for it to be a different, interesting enough development. But I'll say the ending is very emotional.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very much
Yeah, I
a
was
turning point for the show.
sobbing, bro.
In
In a happy way. I love the ending. Fucking best season of the show so far. My season ranking is 3, 1, 2.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's also like, that's why I recommended Never Have I Ever to you, because the way they do the narrator thing is very similar in that show as well. Yep. All right. Moving on. I have 2 shows listed for next, but they're both running shows, so we'll talk about them non-spoiler. First, would like to address the other Marvel show, She-Hulk. Have you gentlemen been watching She-Hulk?
Nope.
Unfortunately,
Fuck.
I did not.
I'm
get
the only
Speaking
person.
of
to
Nope.
view the Disney Plus.
Oh shit! I didn't put Nope on the list.
No, I remembered. You didn't. Just talk about it right now.
Oh, okay. We'll quickly. Let's do a little flashback moment. I'd just like to mention Nope. Did you guys watch Nope?
No.
No.
Oh, well, I like to say, great movie, absolutely fucking fantastic. Jordan Peele at his typical A game. It's a brilliant movie. The way everything, it's a lot of metaphors. So if you're a certain dumb individual, Logan Paul, it might go over your head, like a certain thing that goes over people's heads in this movie. If you know, you know. Great movie, great performances. Good story, great messages about animal cruelty, exploiting people for profit, specifically recording trauma for like exploiting that for profit, like a certain person did in a Japanese suicide forest. You get my drift there. That's why he didn't get the movie, yeah. Good movie. Anyway, sorry, just going back to She-Hulk. You guys haven't watched it? In my opinion, I recommend it. And now here's the fucking internet again, bro. The internet, this is the lowest rated Marvel property, audience score-wise, at all. People like it less than Eternals.
They
Interesting.
didn't see it working.
And the thing is, like, yeah, a lot of press about the twerking scene in particular, but it's actually not it's just an end credit tag. So the way that She-Hulk does its episodes, at the end they put a joke
Yeah.
in the post credit. So it's not like a Marvel like setting up anything. It's just like a little joke.
Yeah.
Which is why like I don't really get why there's so much attention around that, because it's just a funny little joke at the. It's not even in the
That's
episode.
the point of the funny little jokes, though.
Yeah.
The internet blows up funny little jokes out of proportion.
Yeah,
so
it
this
was
is just
very.
a side effect
It's
of...
really dumb. And a lot of people use that like as a thing against the show when it's a funny tag that is generally pretty funny because it's just a silly thing at the end. And I like my problem with the show though is I think I am very much the opposite of the internet. Right? The internet hates what the show is now. I think it's hitting its stride right now because what I wanted was a legal comedy with some superhero stuff in there, and now they're more or less doing a case by case thing. It's taken around 4 episodes to get there, though, because I have to go through more origin stuff. But I really like where it's at now. And yeah, I was really surprised that a lot of people don't, because mainly, like, genuine critics, like, don't think it's that funny. And yeah, the writing isn't there with, like, your typical sitcoms. It's just not, it doesn't hit that point, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know, I was thinking, like, there was a recent episode with Wong, and they used just, like, there was one character that came in and she was just like a drunk stereotype, but that was the joke, and she's in the entire episode just doing the same joke bit over.
Just like me.
Which yeah, wasn't that funny, but like it does, like, I don't know, the episode, not the recent one, but the one before, there was some genuine jokes. I don't remember them exactly that I did laugh at, because I watched them weekly with my roommate, and like, I don't know, I think the show is exactly, at least right now, what I want it to be. Just I need better jokes. That's the only problem, really. But it's fucking silly and ridiculous, and I like that because that's what I thought the show was going to be from the start when I heard that it was a legal comedy.
They need to hire me.
And now that they're doing, like I don't know, like, and they do like kind of like Marvel lawsuits, which is like one of the ones, this is like a minor spoiler, but it's more of just like a storyline synopsis. One of them is about a magician who starts using like fucking Doctor Strange magic, and then they want to sue him with it. They want to hit him with a cease and desist. Like, that's pretty funny and very Marvel universe lawsuit, right? Which is kind of like the cases that I want, you know?
Daredevil has.
Yeah, I think the recent episode was the Daredevil episode, but I haven't seen it yet. Because yeah, they teased it in the episode before. Yeah, and I think I do think, yeah, the CGI complaints they initially, like when this show started, I was like, oh, then it's not that bad, because it wasn't. But like as the CGI's got a bit worse for some reason. I don't know.
Ran out of money.
Yeah, like you definitely have to look past the CGI to like, which is like weird, but like the character is genuinely pretty cool.
But
Oh yeah, the main thing that people don't like it is because yes, woman-made character, and men get offended. But like, hey, fun fact: here's a little unholy trinity exclusive. I'm a man, and like even some jokes that are a bit too, I don't want to say preachy, but kind of preachy. I'm like, I can kind of roll my eyes a little bit and move past it. No, I get why they're there, and I get a lot of the stuff that they're doing. But like I said, like my main point with the show is now they're at the point where they're doing legal dramas mixed with sitcom comedy, and as even though it's a subpar, it's the jokes are actually subpar. It's still where I want the show to be, and like I have to I'm having a good time watching it. So, in my opinion, I recommend it to you too. Though I think the first like 4 episodes are a bit hard to get through because it's probably just like origin stuff. But at the point where it is now, I do like it.
I might watch it.
Yeah.
Yo, internet dwellers, why do you hate women so much? What are you, fucking gay? Alright.
Oh, okay, that was okay.
He's back.
The other show that's running now, and I think it's probably, in my opinion, the best show on TV right now, and that's House of the Dragon. Yeah, and Dio's watched the odd episode or two, right? So you've seen a bit.
Did we watch the 3rd episode?
You watched 1, 2, and 4?
Oh, I skipped it.
Yeah. Because I had to give you a synopsis. But I think it's not quite as good as the early Game of Thrones. A lot better in season 8. It does feel very rushed because the way they're doing, I don't know, the way I saw some people on the internet say, like, I don't think of it more as like a specific character drama and more as like history, but it is also a character drama. So when it skips stuff, I don't know, lots of quick location traveling and stuff. However, the drama is very much there, and it's very good political drama. Action is very good, very bloody, extremely gory, the way I like it. The CG, if I was saying She-Hulk is bad, this is top-notch CG, especially for TV. The dragons look incredible. Just fucking great job from HBO and the team behind that. Shout out to the main actress of the main character. As of now, I know that in a couple of days, when the next episode comes on, they're doing a time skip and they're switching her actress. She's from Australia, and she is fucking amazing. Good job. I think everyone does a terrific performance. There aren't any weak ones in the entire show. And I do, even like, okay, yeah, this is the one thing that I should probably ask you. You're not a Game of Thrones fan, yet how was the show? Because you started watching it from the first episode. Were you confused?
Yeah, I just thought of it more like your medieval Lord of the Ringsy thing.
Yeah.
But then they're more your political dramas.
Yeah. Did you need me to explain anything really?
Well, to understand what's happening, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I understand that there's internal tensions.
Yeah. Like, I probably just needed to say, hey, the Targaryens are the main characters.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of it. Like,
the white-haired people be important.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Just like, what's that game? Which, but they don't, they do that. Incest in the...
I don't know. This is the whole point. Is this the whole point of the Game of Thrones talks these days? Is there incest or not?
Yeah, we actually played a really funny game with episode 4, where Matt Smith's character and the main character are going for their uncle and niece, and they're going through the city at night, going to like brothels and shit. And then we're playing a game with Ibrahim, and we're talking like,
Are they gonna
Are
bang?
they gonna bang or not? Ibrahim was adamantly against the banging, and then me and Dio were like, yeah, they are. And I won't tell you who was right. I'll
Gotta
leave
watch
it
for
at that.
yourself.
You gotta watch for yourself.
Shit, bro.
But yeah. Anyway, I think we should move into our. We're gonna have two bigger sections for this. I mean, it's already going to be a pretty long review, but like, I mean, not review show
This
thing,
is just a, yeah.
but like, this is our
Recap
we're back
podcast.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna do. We'll do this like our traditional reviews with us going through each of the categories, but we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi. So let's start with first impressions, shall we?
First of all, this feels, I just
Nostalgia,
haven't done
bro.
this in so long. This
Yeah.
feels so weird. First impressions. Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's back. Yay! I miss Mr. McGregor.
I don't remember really watching the prequels. Prequels.
Didn't watch the prequel
I didn't really watch the prequels.
where Anakin said, "Oh, I better kill these small people."
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't really watch that one.
Well, yeah, this is a bridge between the prequels and sequels. Takes place before or after Rogue One? Would have been before, right?
This is when Luke was a kid, so. That's
Oh
cool.
yeah, definitely before. Yeah, way before Rogue One, because the Rebels weren't even established. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, my first impressions. It's okay. Like I don't like. I wasn't too excited about it. Didn't hate it that much. Oh yeah, should we address? Let's do a quick tangent rant of how people were hating on the villain of the show. What was her name? Like the fifth sister or some shit.
Yeah. This, yeah.
Yeah, which like I don't know. People like first of all they're fucking stupid because the actress, yeah, once again isn't the character. A lot of people say she's like a diversity hire and stuff like that. But no, she has a very important role in this, I'd say, especially in the. I think I do agree that if with the like actual proper critics and stuff, that her story is pretty underwritten until about the fifth episode.
Yeah.
And how do we do non-spoiler like we traditionally do?
We can do traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I wouldn't go for more than that, but like. There is very good reason why she's in the show, and she has an important role to play in the series. But acting, what do you think about the acting? Good.
I don't really remember it, to be
Obi-Wan
honest. It was a
good.
while ago for me.
Ice Cube's son's in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember? You know that band of like rebels, but not like the rebels.
Oh,
Yeah. The acting was alright, I guess. Good.
The kids
Stuff.
though, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Kid. Or Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fine. She's typical kid acting, I think. Oh yeah, that was a fucking funny thing though, bro. There was a really weird chase scene. That's what I remember, like the first episode. But it was like some Power Rangers shit. They were running through the fucking forest, and then all the villains kept like bonking their heads on trees and stuff. It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was watching it with like Lachlan and Sunny and stuff. We were having like a little party, and then when that happened, we would rewind it and just watch them bang in the tree.
Bang in the
I
tree.
bang trees.
Bang in the tree.
I love nature. Anyways.
Of course.
I think it's all right. Is it writing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know what.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like it's not very. I feel like the whole show is not very memorable
Yeah,
because
well.
it doesn't really do anything.
Oh, they do have some important things.
I feel like the most
But
important
there's
stuff was
spoilers.
pretty much just the last
All
episode.
right, we'll talk. Yeah, and which
Yeah.
we'll definitely we'll talk more about that. Spoilers.
Cinematography.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I think it was like almost movie. It was movie like. It was very cinematic from
Yeah.
what I remember.
Yeah.
Also, as we call it, cinematography.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Ooh.
throwback.
Shout out, bro. That's for the real ones, the OGs. You'd understand.
I mean, we pretty much say every episode to
yeah.
at least
But,
every
like,
episode when we
because
used
it's
to.
been a while since we used to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But like the initial
Real
clip-
ones will remember in the 6-ish months.
Yeah. Yeah. Editing, visuals,
Yeah.
CGI is okay.
the interesting.
There's nothing bad about it.
Yeah, I don't really remember if there was anything too bad, but it does like. The thing about Disney Plus was they initially were like every show is going to have a huge budget, and that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then they've stopped doing that. You know, they're kind of much closer to TV budgets than movie budgets. Hence why, like we were talking earlier about She-Hulk and stuff.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, so like that was kind of a bit of a lie, Disney.
They forgot.
And I think this one was okay with the CG, nothing too bad if I remember. I think like there might have been weird spaceship stuff.
I feel like that. What came to my head when I was trying to think about if there was any bad CGI was that there might have been stuff with the spaceship. So we're probably not hallucinating the same thing.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, but yeah.
Like, bro, fucking Star Wars CG is just like fucking dusty landscapes that it's too foggy for me to really tell if the CGI is bad, you know? Which is like the way you cover up bad CGI. So like it probably was bad. I don't know.
But not immediately noticeable. So
No,
it's
yeah.
not bad enough for us to notice.
But yeah, and that also but not like outstandingly good like The Mandalorian was.
Yeah.
That's the thing with The Mandalorian, though. It sets a standard for Star Wars shows that, like, is hard
because
to, like...
because that was the flagship Disney Plus property, like because that launched with the release of Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and they were like wanted to flex their budget.
But now, like, they've cut what made The Mandalorian good.
Yeah, I think they usually give a higher budget to Star Wars shows though over Marvel. I think that's the way they do it.
That makes sense.
Because usually Star Wars shows, I think, they also just borrowed Mandalorian's technology for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it feels like they've kind of, once they've done Mandalorian, they've now got a bit of a formula with Lucasfilms and how they're doing the TV shows now.
I do see that, which is why like low-key Star Wars shows haven't really grabbed me since Mando. Yeah, I miss Mando, bro. That's good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the next one? Sound, music.
Yes. Audio and music.
The Sound of Music.
They used like I think
Silence.
motifs from the prequels, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
But that I don't remember what they
But
were.
I don't exactly.
I just
it's been
know
a
that
long
they
time,
were
bro.
they used old motifs and that was it.
Yeah. We can go to spoilers then, right? That's our last thing.
Sound of music. I mean, audio music. I feel like they use motifs.
Yeah.
And then I was watching on some shitty TV speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the finale at the fucking airport coming back from Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll move on to the spoilers.
Oh, shit. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I remember. Yeah. Spoilers zone.
We've just forgotten everything.
Yeah,
now.
dude, it's
I mean,
been
I always keep it there.
Yeah.
I always keep my recorder close to my setup so that I can troll people on Discord. But I don't call anyone these days anyways like I used to. So, well, now I can
And
do
now we're
that.
never gonna call each
Social
other
life.
again
Because we can do it in person.
Yeah. All right.
Hey.
We'll just jump into spoilers. I guess I'll address the thing I wanted to talk about earlier, then you can address the thing you wanted to talk about earlier. The thing with the character, I cannot remember her name other than she's the fifth sister, I think. I want to say like Rape. No, that's a different character.
Reverend.
Was it the Rev? But while Sally looks that up, I'll start talking. Like yeah, she actually has an important role with, and it was very predictable. She was this person in the what's it called? Order 66. Her friends were killed. They were the
kids.
younglings killed by Anakin.
Yeah, Reva.
Reva. It was
There you go.
like yeah,
First name was just Reva.
yeah. And yeah, Reva.
Reverend.
She joins the bad guys, just the Empire, in order to get closer to Darth Vader and kill him. And they have a full fight in Episode 5.
Yes.
And I think that was like actually a really good point for her character. It made me be like, okay, she has a purpose.
Yeah.
And then she kind of fucks that up in the next episode by trying to kill a kid.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh. And then they kind of just like forget about it. And it's like, oh yeah, she's really good, but it's like she's okay. She's not that
Not that bad. That's fine.
Oh yeah, that's also the formula with all of these Disney Plus shows. It's like they're like sympathetic bad guy until they try and kill a kid. You notice that?
That's the line you
That's
didn't
the
have.
line
You can't cross.
Bro. Like WandaVision, they did that. No, they did Falcon Winter Soldier. No, Miss Marvel. The villains try to fucking use live ammunition on a bunch of kids at the end.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was that? Yeah, it's all funny.
And then they pointed it out. They were self-conscious about it as well.
Yeah, but like it was just like it doesn't make sense because that would never happen in real life.
No.
Yeah. What was I to say? Yeah, that's what I was saying about Reva. What was the thing you wanted to bring up?
Mr. Vader,
Yeah.
he back. And
back.
you know,
I'm just making noises at this point.
if only he fought Obi-Wan a few times.
Yeah.
It's not another thing about this show. I feel like Obi-Wan's like transformation from being hopeless to having hope again is a bit weird, isn't it? If I remember.
Yeah, but because they have to do the thing where like he starts off, he can't really have an arc because he has to end up in the same place where he started for the next movies to occur.
Yeah.
Which really kind of fucked things up because like that's what I mean. Like I can't really justify the show's existence because in terms of like actual proper storytelling with a narrative arc, nothing happens because Obi-Wan ends up exactly where he was.
In
with
the
nothing
sequels.
changed because like he's still I don't know.
I think, in terms of anything changing for Obi-Wan, that was just like I can babysit a child.
Yeah, and I guess more he comes to terms with the fact that Anakin is
He's-
gone, but like at the same time, that was the implication was that like he'd already accepted that, right? Like at where he assumes Anakin's dead and has accepted that by the time that New Hope starts. But in this one, he assumes Anakin's dead, Anakin's alive, then then Anakin's dead metaphorically, and then he has to cope with it. So like I don't know, they kind of just redo his arc, but like write it into a new show, which like to be honest, though, I think the purpose of the show is more to show off the Inquisitors, possibly for a spin-off or something. Definitely, Reva will get
Inquisitors
something.
are definitely something that Disney and Marvel, Star Wars, they're gonna try to take advantage of as best they can.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, exactly. And the sequel,
Yeah.
which is, does it have a name?
Yes, it does.
Do you know
I
what it
can't
is?
remember what it is, but it definitely does because
Cool.
it got revealed.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's like I don't really see the same way I was talking about Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, I don't see this as necessary viewing to anyone. Because like also, if you would have already known about the Inquisitors if you'd watched Rebels or played the game.
Yeah.
Or just like
Yeah, Mike's very far away from me.
Doesn't do that much to. Yeah, just like it's an Obi-Wan series, but like yet I still didn't really feel anything from Obi-Wan that I didn't know before.
Yep.
And also like, the one big thing was that everyone's like, okay, this show will explain of like how he tried to get Anakin to come to the light side.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things, and he does it in this show. So like, it actually doesn't live up to the justification that the show said it was going to justify. So that's kind of funny.
Because they had to make sure they came back exactly where they started.
Yeah.
But they did have a cool fight at the end.
They did.
Yeah, the fight, like, it's cool. I think it's a bit overblown, especially for like, I don't know, it's that weird point where it's like the prequels are super hyper choreographed fights. Not sequels, the originals are far more emotionally intensive and much less choreographed. Like they're just like pretty simple hit to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like it's in that weird gap because it needs to try and bridge them. And in terms of actual thematic lightsaber fights, because lightsaber fights are actually thematic, and more, well, like they should be if you're writing it right. because that's the way the originals are supposed to set the standard for that. I don't really know how to feel about these lightsaber fights because they're just, a lot of them are just very overblown. But like, I guess it is kind of emotional in that final fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay, I think. Oh, but that's another thing with the show. A lot of it is very much teasing and building up to that final fight.
Yeah.
In a way that like it's not interesting in my opinion. Yeah. And I wanted to see Reaper fight, you know, because I don't think they have a lightsaber fight. They have a gun fight.
Yes.
In episode 2, I think.
Yes. I don't remember actually.
Reaper versus Darth Saber was
Darth Saber. I want a Darth Saber.
Darth Vader was pretty cool there. Oh, I liked when Darth Vader pulled down the ship. That was the part you were talking about, was it?
Oh no, I don't remember.
When you were talking about dodgy CGI potentially?
No.
No, which one?
I just thought like vehicles flying around might have looked dodgy.
Yeah, that one it was like lifting.
I don't remember anything at all.
Like,
so.
yeah.
But now that you say that, yes.
Yeah.
But like none of it's noticeable to me at least.
But also none of this show is memorable, so I don't,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I just didn't really know. Yeah. Do we want to add anything else to spoilers?
I think we could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give our final verdicts of the show then.
Final
Starting with
verdicts.
Sunman.
Oh god, starting with me. Oh yeah.
We're doing it in reverse now.
I
Wait,
know.
no, we're
No,
doing it in reverse.
it started with me. It started with you. No, it started with Dio.
Yeah.
Well, it started with one of you two, and then I would always be the last one because I was the least indecisive, and then I got put into the hotspot afterwards.
Well, you're back there.
I'm back here,
Yeah.
back where we left off.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
I would give
We're
this
right to do something, yeah.
War never changes.
7 because it was average-ish.
Yeah. Well, in terms of average, I'd give it like a 5.
We
It was
gave
5.
we gave a good show that was average for being good as 7.
Well, that's just subjective to each one of us.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Because I'd go by Fantana ratings, really. Because I think you'll go by like IGN 7, right?
IGN 7 as in it was a good show, but
Yeah.
it was average for a good show.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
That's what
Average
IGN
was
7
just like
right?
it's not good or it's not. It's not good, but it's not bad either. That's
yeah,
what it
that's just like yeah.
Because I remember we definitely was along the lines of 7 for something that was average but good.
I don't know. Like
Did we ever kind of determine what
I
scores
feel like
we
I
That's
think
what
we
we stopped
started to record a video or something, and then the files got lost for that or something. We did like a tier list, and then we're like, "This is what the rating system means." That we never actually released that.
we do a tier list?
Yeah.
No. I think we always just had like a general idea of a system where 7 was a good. 7 meant it's good, but it's average. For being
Well,
good.
it's like good, but not the best.
Yeah, I go by like 5.
Yeah.
Very average. There's nothing to really talk about it. Like,
Nothing
it's
to really
just
talk about.
bland.
Then it's bland. Then that makes sense.
6 would be good. Pretty flawed, but like good.
Okay, that's how we've always
7,
done it. That's
yeah.
how we've always done
Okay.
it. Nothing
7's
has
like
changed.
actually I'd recommend.
You'd recommend?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just wording.
I gave a 7. You gave.
Yeah. I'll give it like a 5. Because
5?
I don't really know if I could recommend it because the show adds like nothing, but like.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny.
But it's entertaining at times. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 5. Yeah.
I'd give it a 6.
Yeah.
Because I really like Mr. McGregor.
All right. So yeah, that'll be a combined average of 6. Wait, I forgot to also comment about like the weird. There was like, oh no, wait. There was like a discrepancy with the way the character acted or something. Like, I don't know. He's like absolutely nothing like his prequel personality.
Because he's supposed to be like a no hope guy.
Yeah. But also he's low-key like not really anything like the originals. Because the originals is like he's not really no hope in the originals. He's kind of hokey, but he's not like prequel silly. Like
Hokey
still
dokey.
catchphrases and stuff wherever he goes.
Well, because he's just a very sad man. now.
Hokey dog.
So he just doesn't do the jokes.
But he's also like willing to teach Luke, so like he's different from this one. This guy's just like the typical
Because
he's
I've-
Logan from the movie Logan. That's what he is in this series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like after he fought Darth Vader, he has the hope again. Now he's like hokey again. So he got to Luke.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, dog.
All right. So then, for the final segment of this, I wanted to talk about. This is a little bit of news. I wanted to talk about Netflix's TUT event, which happened today. Sorry, let me just.
What did
pull
we
it up.
call our news segment, by the way?
Weekly
shots.
shots.
Yes.
Shot.
Right. Welcome, guys, to the weekly shots that we've put into our very long podcast.
We'll cut it up.
review.
1 hour and 20-ish minutes.
See, that's podcasting.
That's fine. It's a podcast length. Okay.
But we'll make the
So
video
I'm going to give
shorter
you
than-
guys a list of things. All right. Firstly, we have our trailer for Enola Holmes 2. That's
Oh my
a
god.
That is
favorite of the channel, isn't it?
and one of the first. One of the earliest ones, right?
What's that?
No,
Wasn't the
No,
I don't think
earliest?
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But it was
tripping.
kind of.
I think it was one of our earliest collabs thing because we did it with Evan, if I remember.
Yes,
Mr.
that is
Evans.
absolutely the thing,
Yeah.
though. But that's what I'm remembering.
The trailer shows off Henry Cavill, Millie Bobby Brown, and they get into, according to IGN, they get into all sorts of trouble as she seeks to live up to Sherlock's legacy.
Wow.
Indeed. We got our first look at a.
Oh, by the
film.
way,
Yes.
episode 15. So relatively speaking,
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's
that's pretty early.
it's fairly early on.
Yeah, sorry. We got Hearts of Stone, which is a film with Gal Gadot coming out. Haven't seen the trailer. Don't care. Bridgerton season 3. I assume you guys
Sorry?
don't watch Bridgerton, right?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, don't care either. We got a Bridgerton spin-off. Also don't care. Shadow and Bone. Apparently Shadow and Bone is pretty good. 'Cause I think that's based on a comic. That's going to season 2. The Crown season 5 is getting a release date.
God
They had
save
to
the
actually
Queen,
hold
baby.
yeah, they had to stop production of The Crown because the Queen passed away. Emily in Paris season 3 is coming out. I assume you guys don't watch that. Apparently it's an absolute garbage show.
Yeah, I've always heard it's garbage.
Yeah. So once again,
Yeah.
don't care.
But some people like that show, don't they?
Some
Some
people like
trash TV. Like that's the thing, right? Like I watched Dawson's Creek. I know it's not very good,
Oh.
but I fucking psychoanalyzed the main character for my writing class.
nice.
Fun fact.
Some people like take the Emily in Paris idea and to make it their own thing, like Sunny in Melbourne.
No.
Oh,
Like,
it is always
I'm-
sunny in Melbourne.
Or yeah,
What about sunny in Philadelphia?
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, but yeah, they become their own like, it's a cool name for a brand account or something. Yeah.
Well, we got a release date, but also like recently we got the trailer for Addams Family Wednesday TV show. I think it's a TV show. It stars Jenna Ortega, who is from
Oh, yeah.
the movie X that I mentioned earlier, and I think it looks pretty good. Have you guys seen the trailer?
Nope. I
That's
don't really.
prize.
I don't think I watched a single trailer.
Fair enough. The Manifest season 4. That's one about I think the plane that goes missing or something. Have you seen that?
There's a lot of
Don't
planes
care.
that go missing.
No.
Blah blah blah. Just scroll through stuff until I find something interesting. To be honest, Umbrella Academy season 3.
Heard of it? Don't know anything. Well,
I was to say that's coming out. No, it's not. It's already out. What? Well, they just showed a blooper reel, but I know season 4 is going to be the final season. I think.
don't care.
Noah Centino has a new series. He's like the default hot Netflix star, you know, that is in all of the romance ones.
Cool.
So yeah.
love
Oh,
that.
this is one that's actually interesting. Gilmere. What?
Guillermo.
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo.
His Pinocchio movie.
Yes.
It looks fucking amazing. We will definitely watch it together when
Cool.
it comes out. That's coming to Netflix. Stop motion. Very good. He gave a really nice behind the scenes, and I actually did watch that because, like, that man has like a passion for movies that is like great. Like, yeah,
We love that.
yeah. I wonder if the Emily in Paris. Kid Cudi's anime.
Oh, like Jaden Smith, yeah.
Yeah. It's coming along with an album as well called Intergalactic.
Nice.
Maybe we can check that one out. Well, speaking of
Maybe.
recent animes, actually, I watched a couple of episodes of Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
The
Cyberpunk
Oh
anime.
yeah, Cyberpunk.
It's pretty good so far.
Cool.
Oh, you season 4? Because I think we did a season 3 quickies.
Yep.
And what we did one. We actually have done all of them. I think we did a 1 and 2 one as well. Yeah, it's coming in 2 parts. One will be on February 10th, and the next will be on March 10th. Mario Day.
Mario.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll definitely be watching that. The Witcher Blood Origin prequel is coming on this in December. Do you guys want to watch that?
I
So
mean, I
assume
don't
you
mind.
probably don't need to watch the TV show because it's a prequel.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, Extraction 2 is coming out.
Oh,
I'm definitely going to make you guys watch Extraction 1 if you haven't already.
I haven't watched it. Yeah.
So yeah, they'll be immediately doing this after that. And yeah, it's probably going to be good. Like it's the action in the first one is like exceptional because it's the stunt double for Chris Evans, I think.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the director.
Right.
And yeah, this one stars Chris Hemsworth. Low-key spoiler for the ending of the first one, I guess, because he's back. Even though he's meant to look like he died. Witcher season 3 is coming out next year. I didn't actually watch season 2, so like yeah, probably didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Lupin season 3. Oh, Oxenfree is coming to Netflix gaming service.
Yep.
Maybe I'll actually finish that game now. Oh yes, this is one we'll probably
Oh
watch.
yeah,
Glass
yeah.
Onion.
100%.
Yeah, the new Knives Out film in the same franchise. Reviews have come out; they're above average.
Yeah.
So it should be good. Should be good. And that's kind of it from Netflix to Dom today.
Yo.
Yeah, some interesting things, some things we don't care about, but hey, maybe Netflix will finally up their profits. Yeah.
Hey.
Right. Is there anything you guys want to add?
Nice. Is that getting picked up?
I
I
think
think you
it's,
need to bring the mic closer. You can just pull the mic down.
it's in there.
Yeah. Hey, yes.
Nice.
That's another throwback.
All right. If that's
Yeah.
all, then I guess we can sign out.
Yeah.
Matane.
Yeah.
Bye. We'll see you next week. Hopefully this will be on Spotify if we can figure that out.
It probably won't be on Spotify.